Hi, this is Alfonso from the Quantum Universe, and I came here today to speak to the KKK. I wanted to do an speech over university about it, but I haven't received an answer, so therefore I decided to do a video with it, and I was to address directly the KKK in America. Very well. Let's start with the question: who is the greatest? This was posed by the apostles to Jesus in Matthew 18, verses 1, 3 to 4. At this time the disciples came and asked Jesus, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Then he said, "I tell you solemnly, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter in the kingdom of heaven." And so, the one that makes himself as little as a child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. I ask of you, KKK, what is in a little child that makes him or her the greatest in the kingdom? I tell you, a great humility, a great purity, and a wondrous disposition for learning. Learning about the world and more than all about the Creator. The opposite of humility is pride, which unrestrained has made kings fall from their pedestals. Pride obscures our understanding. It makes us a full cup in which whatever we try to learn or pour in will spill out of it. And it won't enter the cup and it won't enter our minds or spirit. To all those listening to me today, I'll ask, empty yourself from superiority. Empty yourself from judgment. Empty yourself from preconceived notions. Let's do so now. Take a deep breath and close your eyes and slowly let the air out. Take the worries of this day, the regrets, the things that you cannot fix because the minute that has passed is already gone. I will say what it is, it is. However, the present is just a moment in time. And the future, a white page to be written. How much time we have left, only God knows. Now, if white is what you want to represent, what your skin wants to be, why? I ask you, why? Why you choose it? Why is to be white in the color of your skin? Okay, KKK, you'll say because God made us so. We are Bible believers. Then I tell you, to truly believe in something like the Bible, I must ask, You are not going to like this. Prepare for it. And if you had tomatoes, don't toss it on the screen. Keep it and eat it. I'll ask, do you believe in the whole book? Very well. How many of you raise your hand for the count? And only one not cheating allowed among Bible believers. Believe in the Old Testament. Do you believe in the Old Testament? It's part of the Bible. Do you know what it means? It talks about a chosen race. Do you know what race is this? Hebrew. Some of the white supremacists don't like Hebrew people, Jewish people. Let me tell you, the Christ that died for you on the cross had Hebrew blood, came from the chosen race. In the Arab land. Wow, Arab! I say Arab land. And Jesus was blind. Not because of a race matter, but because he represented God, the God that took flesh. He was his clothing to walk on this earth. Do you understand that? He was the sun, the sunshine on our lives, the creator, the one with the eyes of light, created in Apocalypse, and the tongue of two-edged sword. That is why he was. And that Jesus that you believe in, because I know many of you said that you keep Christian learning into, you are Christians, you said that you're Christians. Then I said, if you are Christians, the color of the skin doesn't matter, because that is an evolution. It is an adaptability of humanity according to the sunlight in the place where you live. If you are northern, you will be white, because you need to absorb the solar rays to produce vitamin D, to absorb and process the vitamin C in the body that will give you the calcium to straighten your bones. That is a matter of the design of the Creator. Now, if you are in a place like in Africa, the middle of it, right crossing the equator, the sunlights are more direct in there. Therefore, the skin had to have more melamina, or melamine in English, to protect the tissues inside, to protect us from skin cancer, because the UV rays are stronger. Therefore, we don't char in other way our skin. So there, that is the difference of the skin. But if you really love white, if you really love the color white, you can dress up in it. By how Jesus said, being the lamp of the world. You are the lamp of the world. What color is the light of a lamp? Light is white. If you are also what Jesus said, the salt of the earth, then what color is the salt? White. Then I say to you today, KKK, drop that robe. Drop the red one that is the blood of the martyrs, and dress yourself in white. Dress yourself in the white of the Spirit, because you have the character, but you have to stop judging people by something that is just biological evolution. Is you really call yourself Christians and a child of the Creator? As He blew into you the spirit of likeness of a supreme being that was placed in this carcass for no other reason that His perfection. He let us free in this world to choose right or wrong, to love Him or not to love Him. And we are all brethren because God is colorblind. There are no Tiffany lamps in heaven. All the souls are light, beings of light, beautiful beings of light. The purest the soul, the whiter they are. And that is enlightenment for you, darlings. That is enlightenment. You can dress then in red robes as some of your clan, because it's the blood that is in the hands of those that kill others by the color of the skin that the Creator provides for protection of the same body, made muscles and made blood that have the same color as you cut them up. The bones are white, the muscles are red, the tendons are white, the liver is brown, the heart is white, the veins are bluish. Then, my darlings, if you really want to call somebody color, tell me why then when you are standing in the sun in a beach, you become red like a lobster. When you get sick, you become pale, yellow. If you are dead, you are bluish. Then, my darlings, you are the color ones that change colors, not the black people. If you want to be white, you have to follow God's commands and respect your brethren, because the golden rule is very easy, and there is only one thing: love God above all things and yourself as your brethren. You don't kill, you don't torture. You have to grow into perfection and change that KKK to Knights of Christ the King. KCK. I invite you to do that today. I invite you to do that, to become the light of the world, to be people of character, who work when it's yes, and there is no deception into it, that won't kill children and won't burn churches. Because what is a church but a place of congregation for nothing else than the worship of the Christ that you profess? That's yours. God created demons. Demons are not other thing than souls that separate from God. And, my darlings, their color is black. And I can assure you that if you have insulted somebody, if you have killed somebody, if you have bullied somebody, or hurt somebody, you have departed from the way of God, and you are blacks, no whites. Then perfect your soul, darlings, and become the light of the world and the salt of the world that Jesus commands you to be, by following totally, like a child, His commandments. Thank you so much.